breeze is a little brisk this morning, but that's supposed to die down. So we've had much worse on Thanksgiving morning.
Absolutely. And right now the bands are ready to get going. They'll line up in formation. They usually do on Thanksgiving Day. They're usually together. So we'll have that. Then the Red Raiders and the Blue Devils will hook it up once again. And my kind of different in the last couple of years in that Fitchburg High School played a little bit of a different schedule, played some games this year, and then, you had Leominster getting off to a terrible start, but credit to them, they hung in there.
They did. They had a tremendously difficult schedule to start the year when it started off 0-7. They did win their last 3. Fitchburg, as we well know, is 5-5. And things in Fitchburg optimistic this year for the first time in a while. The Red Raiders have lost the last 8 Thanksgiving Day meetings. They do have a win over Leominster in that period. It was a playoff game, but on Thanksgiving morning, they've dropped the last 8.
Yeah, this is the 110th Thanksgiving meeting here at Crocker Field. Leominster last year winning handily against the Red Raiders. And Thanksgiving over the series, 58, 54, and 6. But the last few years, it's pretty much been the Blue Devils.
Yeah, through our long-time association with this game, we've seen the cycles. Leominster in the 80s was dominant. Fitchburg took over in the early 90s and really dominated through that in the 2000s. And now Leominster, the last, as I mentioned, the last 8 years, have won the last 8 Thanksgiving Day Classics.
And here come the Red Raiders onto the Crocker Field turf. We walked it earlier. It was, for the most part, pretty good shape. A little muddy in the middle as the game goes on. And of course, you got to say something about the newly discovered Sal, number 1. You got to watch out, number 1. Sal has been leading this team in the last few weeks. He's been outstanding, and he's going to be a going concern.
Well, his performance against Algonquin, the 7 touchdowns and the 339 yards, was record-setting in Central Mass. And I'm sure that Leominster is their number 1 priority on defense is to find him and shut him down and make Fitchburg try to beat him with somebody else.
National anthem coming up right now.
No.
And we're here and ready to get going. Fitchburg in their home red. Leominster, I think they're in their home blue.
Yep, they're in their homes today.
They usually do get in the homes.
Yep. Like Fitchburg won the toss and has elected to defer to the second half. So Leominster will get the ball.
Some pictures for you down on the field. And as we said, the guy to watch out for Fitchburg is Sal Figueroa. And in the last couple of weeks, he has come on very strong. And he's been really the talk of what's been going on. If Leominster can hold him to somewhat good champ.
Keep him under control. How's that?
I was looking for
yardage.
I was looking for yardage. But, Leominster hold on to that kind of thing. And they probably are thinking, if we can hold this guy, we're all set.
I think both offenses are pretty equal. I think it's whose defense plays the better today is going to be the one.
A little breezy today, not bad at all, considering the weather we've had the last couple of days. It was a driving rainstorm here, but it seems to have settled down nicely, and we have beautiful skies for today's Fitchburg Leominster game.
Well, the breeze we have is blowing from your left to right on the TV screen, so Leominster will have the win here in the first quarter.
Red Raiders are going to be kicking off, as Mike mentioned. And looks like they may get this started right on the nose here. Nice to have you with us. Still some time to come out to Crocker Field if you like to watch the games live. Okay, now I think we're all set to go. And we are underway, end over end, sailing down 20-yard line. And heading to the far side, the 30, up to the 35, 38-yard line.
Adam Couch, number 21, on the return.
So here come the Blue Devils. Once they get that ball on the near hash, they're going to mark it right at the 18-yard line.
Well, already a better stop for the Red Raiders than last year, as if you remember, Leominster returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's right. First down and 10, just underway here at Crocker Field. And looking at things over. First man right into the line of scrimmage, maybe up to a 40-yard line. Couch was there, and they're going to mark it at the 39.
Patrick Gallagher is your quarterback, working out of the shotgun. That was Couch. He's their main running back. Got a gain of 1.
We will have some replays during the day. Nice little machine engine we had a few years ago. Put that in. Second down play. It's a fake handoff, and they go to the near side. That's a stiff arm up to the 44-yard line, right on the Fitchburg bench. So, so far, a couple of easy shots.
That was Couch who bounced it outside before he got run out of bounds after a gain of about 4. The third down and about 5 for the Blue Devils on their first drive.
Third down and about 5. Fake the handoff, give the handoff to the far side. And a nice stop there. Figueroa is the guy that made the stop. So he can go both ways.
Well, they ran the read option, and Gallagher tried to read the outside end. He tried to hold it in the belly there as long as he could. Finally had to pull it out, and Fitchburg in. Here it is. Watch the belly. Replay. Yep. Watch the belly. Gallagher reads the end. Fitchburg defends it well.
Nice.
And they will get Leominster off the field here on a 3 and out.
Into a pretty good sun right now. Gets the ball away. It's a nice high kick. Sailing down. And they get it down to the double check on that 25.
Right at the 20. Well, actually the 21. They're going to spot it.
So nice for the Red Raiders to get that first set out of the way.
Yeah, it's nice for the defense to come up. They deferred, so they wanted to play defense first. That worked out for them. And now we'll see what they can do on offense. And, you know, as much as Leominster knows Figueroa is going to get the ball, I think Fitchburg is going to say, here he is, trying to stop him.
First down play coming your way here. Turnaround pitch near side. This is Figueroa up, plowing, getting actually a few yards when there was nothing there to get. But he churned out a good 4 yards.
Yep, kept his legs moving.
Here's your replay coming up, I believe.
Moves the ball out to the 28-yard line.
Kind of made 7 yards out of 2. Second down and 3 here for the Red Raiders.
Andrew Brooks is the quarterback for the Red Raiders. Turns around and gives. This is Figueroa to the near side, right in front of the Fitchburg bench. And up to midfield goes Sal Figueroa. And he's off to a nice start. See if we can get some of the crowd today. Brooks, just a junior, be back next year.
Figueroa's carry gets them out to the Red Raider 49 and a first down. So Fitchburg's offensive line really asserted themselves on that last down, gave Figueroa a big hole to run through.
Figueroa straight up the middle and getting about 3, that's about it. Leominster defense there.
Once again, number 64, Zachary Kaladi. First hit on the hip.
Here's your replay coming up, I believe.
Pick up about 3 on the play. Second and 7.
Maybe that'll come to us a little bit later on. We'll work on that. Red Raiders in over the 50-yard line, I should say, down close to the 46. This time, the Blue Devils have put everybody there in the middle. No movement at all.
Immediately hit by Christian Nunez.
It was Damian Nadal, the fullback.
No gain on the play. Bring up
That gets it back to the line of scrimmage, the Blue Devil 48.
Yep.
Third down and 7.
So far, nothing but runs.
Fitchburg has shown the ability throughout the season to throw the ball long. We've got a couple of pretty good athletes at wide receiver with Devin DeLeon, number 9, and Ozzie Guy, number 14, have made some big catches during the year.
Brooks looks a little bit behind him. Little draw play. Here's Figueroa. He's got some room to 40. Down to the 20. Makes a cutback, and he's going to get in for a touchdown. Sal Figueroa was right in on that. Here's the play. We'll see it shortly, but once he got in open territory, well, you saw it.
They ran a little delay. Leominster came up the field on their defensive rush, and Figueroa hit the defensive backfield, had to make a couple of cuts to make a few defensive backs miss, and 48 yards later, he's in the end zone for a Fitchburg lead.
Snap is wobbled. They try to go around the far side.
extra point attempt is
Snap was dropped. Saavedra picked it up,
Yep.
but he had nowhere
Couldn't
to go.
get in, had nowhere to go, so
the Red Raiders.
it'll be just Mr. Touchdown should be on this one. Maybe it's too early. It's up and ready to go. There's the Red Raiders, 6-0.
Last time Fitchburg's had a lead on the next game, but I think it's better one.
Yeah, and made it look pretty easy once he got back. Harry.
He's tough to bring down, and he's fast. And when you get him out in the open field, that makes him double trouble. And he made a couple of Leominster defensive backs look really bad by just making a couple of cuts.
End over end, sailing down on the fly, the 25-yard line to the 30, to the 40, and down he goes there. Almost. It was one man away from a total break, but a nice return. And the Blue Devils will have great field position in Fitchburg territory.
Couch, who took that low line drive kickoff right up the middle of the field. Tough to identify his number on the back already. It's kind of already dirty and muddy, so you can't read it. But Adam Couch gets him into Fitchburg territory at the 39-yard line to start this drive.
At the 40-yard line. Looks like somebody moved. Nope, staying in there pretty well. Fake, looking long and deep downfield, and it is incomplete. Probably 2 or 3 lengths behind. And it just falls down. But not a bad play call there.
Little play action.
Did have it by a yard or 2.
Little play action pass. Brian Rodriguez, number 4, just running a go pattern. And Pat Gallagher tries to lay it out so he can run underneath it, just overthrew him.
Yep.
He had the defensive backs beaten for a touchdown. Ball just overthrown.
Gallagher looking at things at the 40-yard line. Looking things over. Look, somebody moved a little bit earlier, and somebody breaks out to the far side, gets around the corner, and finally is pushed out. Finally pushed out about. Check who that was.
It was Justice Reynolds, number 26. It did look like the right side of the Leominster line moved a half a count early, but no flag.
That's what I thought. It looked like he was a little bit short there, but at any rate, third and about a yard. Pretty quick played first quarter. We're already approaching 5.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Give inside. They didn't need much. See if they bring out the chains and take a look at it.
It was Connor Motch, the fullback. First time Gallagher went up under center instead of in the shotgun. Looked like that
First down.
March got enough yardage for the first down.
Didn't need much, and they got enough. The drive will continue. Handoff straight up the middle, and a nice little run there down to the close to the 30-yard line. Try to go a little bit slower, but they're methodically right now, the Blue Devils.
Gain of 3 on the play. Get the ball down to the Red Raider 25. Be second down. About 7.
Second down play coming up, and we have a timeout.
Mr. Coach Dave Palazzi taking one of his 5 timeouts here in the first half.
People still filing in here at Crocker Field.
Most of the bleachers on the other side are full. Looking down in front of us, most of the stands are full in front of us. Still plenty of room under the roof. And a lot of people choosing to stand around the track and on the hill up to our left.
Second down and about 8. Gives the handoff, and this job of Fitchburg kind of stringing that around a little bit. I don't know if they got much on that. Double check that. Actually, they did. And they're going to mark it 3rd down and a couple of yards.
And 2 down territory for the Blue Devils.
Yep. Gonna roll out to the far side, throws, and it is caught along the Leominster sideline. And that'll be a 1st down for the Blue Devils.
Like a little run pass option for quarterback Pat Gallagher. He's going to go out to his left. He's going to find Connor March in the flat all by himself. And he's all the way down to the Fitchburg 12-yard line.
Man comes in motion to the near side. Snap looking to throw. And it is caught by at the 20-yard line on the far side. Breaks away from some would-be tacklers, and it turns into a kind of slow developing play, but nevertheless worked well.
It's Dominic Vargas Vasquez, who must have reported as eligible. He's wearing number 54. A little throwback here. This almost looked like a lateral from where we're sitting. Be tough to tell on the screen. But Vasquez did a nice job of first catching the ball. He almost dropped it.
Yeah.
And after that, he broke a couple of tackles and really got 2 or 3 yards out of nothing.
Gallagher looking some things over. Looks to throw, does, and it is inside the 5 and inside for a touchdown. Blue Devils on the board.
It's Mike Viola, number 12, with the catch from Pat Gallagher, the quarterback.
Now he'll go for the lead.
Gonna fake, a little half roll out to the right. And Viola
There he is, right in the corner.
found an open spot. Rounded by the pylon. He will go for the extra point.
Snap is down, the kick is up. There's a flag on the play. I believe that is a yellow garment on the far side.
Yep, first one. Which for the Thanksgiving game, 8 minutes in is pretty good. Penalty on Fitchburg. The extra point will count. Give Leominster the lead, 7-6.
Well, very good drive. I mean, after the little stunned a little bit by the Fitchburg run for a touchdown, and Blue Devils came right back with a rather lengthy play scheme of their own here, because they come back and now lead by 1.
Well, set up by that good kickoff return by Adam Couch. No, excuse me, Connor March. That gave them good field position at the Fitchburg 39, and they took advantage of it.
After the Leominster touchdown, they'll kick it off. High, end over end, sailing down, caught at the 20-yard line, right up the middle to the 30 and up to the 31-yard line. Goes Figueroa, and the Fitchburg offense will come on the field, pardon me.
Start their own 32.
That is Andrew Brooks just coming in on this next set of downs. He takes a look around to the bench. See what the Red Raiders have in mind here. Flag is down. And right near the Fitchburg bench, and the flag goes out. There was a flag over here at like the 30-yard line, and then there was a second one. I don't know if
there was two flags. You mentioned two flags. One was pre-snap. I'm going to guess that the first one was probably offside on Leominster because they didn't blow the play dead, and the second one's definitely a late hit out of bounds against Leominster.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 44, the defense, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Okay.
So apparently they're not going to even tell us what the first flag was.
Our refereeing crew.
We have the referee crew. Referee is Bill Goslin. Line judge is Todd Deacon. The back judge is Frank Marabello. The field judge is Matt Tebow. And our umpire today is Dave Douglas. Ken O'Connor is on the clock. So 15-yard penalty gives Fitchburg a first down, and they're back in Leominster territory at the 45.
Second man, Figueroa.
Bubbles.
Ball's loose. And Leominster has it. You see it come out here on the, just trying a bit too hard on this one, and the ball comes out. I don't know if we can see that or not.
Like when a Leominster defender shot right through the gap, and he got Figueroa just after he got the exchange from Brooks, the quarterback. Watch a Leominster player come shooting right through.
Wow, right there.
And he pops it before he's able to put the ball away. And
1 against 5 isn't good.
The Leominster player laying right on the ground, the ball fell right in his hands.
So a turnover. Gallagher gives a handoff. Nice run up to midfield for the Blue Devils, for the Red Raiders. Bring up a second down and 5. So the first quarter has been kind of big play for Fitchburg. Leominster comes right back, and boo-boo right in front of us at the 50-yard line, and that's where we are.
Well, we thought whose defense played the best would win the game, and so far the Leominster defense has come up with the first big play of the game, causing the turnover and getting the ball back.
Fake the handoff, and nice job defensively.
That ball's
still loose. Fitchburg looks like they have it. See what's happening. You can tell some of the coaches upstairs not too happy, and they say that Fitchburg has the ball.
I think part of the problem was none of the officials saw that ball come out until they all conferred. It was pretty clear up here that ball came out early. And you can see it on the replay. That ball was definitely a fumble. And after discussing it, they get the call correct. And Fitchburg gets the ball back on a turnover. And they'll take over at the Leominster 49. I think the coaches upstairs thought that the officials were going to blow that play dead and give Leominster the ball back. They were a little passionate about it.
Yes, they were. A little delay. Fakes it. Fake it. Here it is for a long move on the far side. Nice run by Brooks. Nice fake, and he just went right on that far side, Mike. And we've seen Brooks this year do pretty well, both as a passer, and you saw him running there.
I think that was an option to on the rollout to look downfield. If he had a man open, he's supposed to throw it. You see the ball. He's looking to throw here first, but sees nobody open. And then there's a nice cutback here against the grain.
Nice.
And
fake knee out.
Down to the Leominster 37.
Second man. Figueroa to the near side, to the 30. And down close to the 27-yard line.
That'll probably be the last play of the first quarter.
They stopped. Oh, no. It should be the end of the first quarter. And it is. The end of the first quarter.
They're going to
wait a minute, hold on.
They're going to stop the clock to measure. They're going to measure, then they'll restart the clock, and then they'll get on the other end.
Okay. It's just, I don't know if there'll be any kind of advantage one side or the other. I don't know. Flag is moving a little bit more than it was.
Short about 3 or 4 links.
So that's going to bring up second down for the Red Raiders, second and inches.
I think just go ahead. Use the play that you're planning to use anyways.
They're going to wind the clock as soon as they get the chains reset. Gosling just told Fitchburg that you don't have to snap the ball because we're going to wind the clock and we're going to reset the chains.
That is the end of the first period.
All that for that. There will be no replay on that particular. Okay. Let's take a break here. Leominster leading Fitchburg by a score of 7-6.
I am George Meriginian, and welcome to another edition of Chess Chat.
Second quarter action just about ready to begin. Turn around and here. Bottom of the pile. It's one of the big uglies. It's making the stop for Leominster.
22 with the carry. They may have to bring the sticks out again. Nope, they're going to give him the first down. Okay. We had to get, as we mentioned, about the length of a football.
So that will move the Red Raiders up and give them another first down. Counter. Not much there. Well covered by the Blue Devils.
Good penetration. That's a good way to stop Figueroa, is to get in that backfield before he has a chance to get that motor running.
He gets it going.
But if you miss him, you see what happens.
Yeah.
That's how they scored the touchdown.
Yeah.
Is he beat 3 or 4 guys in the defensive backfield. And we have whistles.
Get it down, right? That's all it was. Brooks looking things over for the Red Raiders. Going to look for a pass, and it is incomplete. He was wide open. Devin DeLeon was there, and he's made a lot of big plays during the year. Couldn't come down with that one.
Yep, slant right across the middle, and unfortunately the ball was delivered too high. So he had man-to-man coverage, and he had some running room if he can catch that ball.
He did.
Leominster had committed most of their defensive players up into the box to stop the run.
A late give to Figueroa, and what a play by defensively Blue Devils. Let's see if we can get that again, but he just grabbed him by the legs, held him by the legs the best he could, and got Figueroa down.
It was Connor March, 22, who came up, got a hold of Figueroa by the right leg and wouldn't let go.
Excellent play.
Fitchburg kind of in no man's land here on 4th down and 13. They're at the Leominster 29. Too far for a field goal and too close to punt.
Is he too close to punt?
Yeah. Unless you have a punter that's really good at hitting that little bunt job.
Throws it long, deep to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Leon was there. They went back to him and sent 2 guys out there and had another shot at it. That would have been a real circus.
Yeah, Brooks put that right where it had to be, and it looked like the second Leominster defender who got there a little bit late was able to reach it and knock that ball loose. Leominster will hold here on downs.
Right.
Turn the ball over at their own 29.
Additional coverage by Brian Rodriguez, number 11. The ball turned around. It is now in the hands
Well,
of
Leominster's been able to move. And Red Raiders, I think they could use a little, kind of slow it down a little bit right now. Good handoff. And Fitchburg defense makes a nice play.
Time Fitchburg able to get some penetration into that Leominster offensive backfield.
Here's your replay.
Off goes to 21. Adam Couch, and you see all kinds of red shirts in that backfield. Led by number 55, Alexis Rivera. Loss of 3 on the play.
Shotgun for Gallagher. And they're going to look to run on the near side. Throws it long and deep, and it is
Out of bounds.
caught. Let's see if he...
Yeah, it's out of bounds.
Okay, just wanted to see
Yeah,
if there's any official. Ran out of room. It was a good thing because he was open.
Yep, a little double move down the sidelines, and Gallagher rolling out
Fake.
against the grain. As he throw it back across his body. Ball just lands, and you watch his front foot's going to come land out of bounds right there.
Yep. Not too much question about that one.
Still a pretty good throw by Gallagher.
Yes.
Rolling against the grain and dropped it right in the barrel there to Brian Rodriguez.
Devils looking it over right now. Back, screen, far side. Caught, 30-yard line, 40-yard line. And he's still galloping for a pretty good run. Here it is.
Just dump it over the middle, and here's Rodriguez with a little middle
Here
screen.
it goes.
Gets enough blocking that he's able to pick up the first down. Brought down at the Blue Devil 44.
Right in front of us. Here at Crocker Field, once again looking at our end zone camera. Gonna roll out to the far side. Look to throw. Throws. And it is incomplete. Right on the Leominster sideline.
Well, that one had some mustard on it. He really hummed that one in trying to find Mike Viola along the sideline. Goes in and out of his hands. Watch Gallagher here. He's going to roll after the fake into the middle of the line. Going to roll right. He's going to really hum this one.
Yep, right along the sideline.
Viola takes out the half the chain gang and members along the bench.
Right on the 45-yard line. A little draw, and the ball, nope, he held on to it. And apparently got over the first down mark on the far side.
That was a little,
Pardon me, that was
little fortunate. Watch both backs run into each other here. Right there, at the handoff. Adam Couch finally ends up with the ball and able to kind of stumble forward and pick up a couple of yards.
We'll bring up a third down. Gallagher gonna look things over here. Rolls out to pass, looks to throw, throws it up, and it is incomplete. Good pressure from the Red Raiders, forcing him to throw that ball.
Yeah, they flushed him out to the right. Looked like he had some time there to look downfield. He kind of just decided, I'm getting rid of that one. You're going to watch, he gets flushed right away. That should have been a hold. And Gallagher just decides to throw it away to avoid the sack. And Leominster forced to take a timeout because they were
22nd
short
timeout, Fitchburg,
a
they're
player there on
first.
special teams.
Are we at fourth now?
Yes, 4th and 8.
Figueroa looking into a tough sun right now. And there are whistles and hold everything.
Now we have movement on both sides. We'll just have to wait and see who's
Neutral
going
zone
to be against
infraction,
Fitchburg.
number 26 of the defense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Still fourth down.
Penalty against the Red Raiders. Gonna move the ball 5 yards.
It'll still be 4th down.
Yeah, I heard him mention that. Bill Goslin.
But Leominster may roll the dice here. Ball just nudges over midfield around the 49-yard line. It's now 4th down and about 3.
If they can draw him
I
offside.
think that
Fourth down. A little more than 3 needed for the first down. And the team never will go for it.
Yep, you got it. 22nd
timeout.
timeout,
No timeout
Leominster.
this time.
They're second.
It's their second timeout.
This time for Leominster.
You know, while I got a second, I want to mention Pete Bolio. He was kind of before us doing this. He was with Joe White and all those guys years ago, but so active in the community as a coach, as a counselor, as a teacher. He did an awful lot, and I just wanted to take that moment for Pete Bolio, who passed away in the last week or so. Gonna go for it. It's 4th and, boy, that's a long yard. Second, oh, he's gonna roll out to the side, and he's gonna, I don't know if he got in or not. We'll have to double check.
Gallagher keeps the ball.
He kind of wavered right on that line, and I don't know if he got it or not.
I think he's short when they spotted it.
Well, of course, Leominster's got all their arms up. Dave Palazzi's got his arms up. And they're wondering right
Well,
now.
it's hard to tell because
Right.
it's on the near sideline, and I'm only guessing where I saw the Todd Deacon, who was the
Hey, let's see if we can get.
the line judge, put his foot down.
Yeah, if you got the replay of that, that would be great. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, chains are coming over, so let's take a look. Oh, here's the replay.
You watch Gallagher right here at the end reach forward. He got a fortuitous spot from where that replay shows. We'll see where.
Where is it? I can't. Oh, it's right in front.
Yeah, Fitchburg's is short. I thought he was
Yeah.
short when they marked it, but he had to get the ball all the way to the 46,
Yeah.
the 44-yard line.
Good play. Nice job, boys.
So Leominster rolls the dice, goes for it on 4th down, comes up about a half a yard short, and They'll turn the ball over. That wasn't even close where the ball spotted.
No, they got a, like you said, a fortuitous spot.
So Fitchburg gets good field position. They'll start at their own 47.
Know exactly what the delay is here.
Trying to get,
now.
I believe they're trying to get the chains reset.
Ball is spotted on the 47-yard line. First and 10,
So they're
Red
going to have the
Raiders.
ball at the, what, 47-yard line? Brooks passes. Complete on the far side. Trying to make a move. Couldn't get much. Nice play defensively
Guy
by
in
the
the end
Blue
of
Devils.
that
Looks
pass
like they sailed
completion
on something.
brought down
Going on.
immediately by J.C. Cora.
Basically a long handoff out to Aussie guy.
Going to pick up
One guy to
on the
beat.
play as the ball is
That
spotted
defender,
at the
number 6, came up, makes a
49-yard
nice
line.
open field tackle. That was
Gonna be second and
J.C. Cora Jr. with the open field tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, that's a long gain or 6.
At midfield. Second down play. Little draw. And nice run by
Now, Figueroa.
Figueroa. Good 5 yards anyways.
Number 65,
Double check that for you.
Nunez.
And
picks
they're
up
going to be
about
maybe
5 on
2
the
yards
play.
away from the first down.
Ball is spotted
It's the
now
territory at
the
the 46. They have to get to the
Gonna be third and
43 of Leominster for a first down. So
3
about 3 to
for the Red
go.
Raiders.
Fitchburg's try to open it up a little bit, you feel here. Third down. Fumbled. Ball is, let's check it. And apparently Fitchburg maintains possession.
Ball
Tried to hit
comes loose, but it is
tried to go with the
recovered by
fullback
Red
here.
There
Raiders.
it is.
I don't believe this exchange ever got
Gonna bring
made.
up fourth down.
No, got it right on the chin.
Matter of fact, it looked like Nadell never didn't think he was getting the ball.
47 lost a little bit on the play.
And Fitchburg will have to kick it.
Mike Now, number 5
Right
in
now
for the
back to punt for Fitchburg.
handling the punting duties.
See if they run after this one. Nice hike. Kind of a low drive. And it takes a almost hit a Leominster player. And it rolls dead. Kind of tough to see those lines right now.
Right about the 19.
Yeah.
Less than 3:40 left
Take a
to play
look
in the
around
half.
us, and on the left-hand side, quite a few people up there in the old grassy knoll, as they would say.
Many people standing along the track
Yep.
behind the goalposts.
On a,
Not like the old days, but a good crowd.
yeah. There is a first down play, and so they break it up to maybe, what, the 25?
On the carry. Trey Wynn is in there for the tackle, along with a couple of other Red Raiders.
It's Couch, 21 with the carry.
Pretty quick first half.
And that's about 6 yards
Now
on the
that I've
carry,
said
bringing
that.
up second and
Now
4.
you've put the miles on it.
Ball spotted on the 25.
He's looking around, trying to get to the near side. Wow. A couple of hits on that one.
Mike Viola again. I'm sorry.
Couch again with the carry.
Who's a little dirty up here. Winters comes up and makes the tackle.
There it is.
It's going to be a
See
first
it or not.
down.
Couch kind of stumbled. He able to regain his feet. And lunge
Ball at
forward.
38.
Out to the 33, the first down for the Blue Devils.
Little delay, running to the far side and throwing it. It is caught right in front of the Leominster bench. And apparently he didn't hear any whistles, so he kept going. And a flag gets
Late
thrown.
flag.
Two flags.
3.
Well, Coach DiGeronimo getting out there, probably trying to find out what's the deal. Aren't they usually, matching or whatever? I mean,
Well,
we'll see.
it's hard to tell, but you're going to have to guess out all those flags. There's at least one on each.
They can't all be on one team.
Looks close to be a first down. Let's wait till we sort this out.
Can we see that? You guys have
You
any?
can probably see it, but it's a.
Oh, yeah. He had to put his towel down, too.
Bill Goslin will tell us.
After the play, dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct, number 12 of the defense. Dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct, number 54 of the offense. Penalties
There we go.
offset. First down,
Goal is play.
Leominster.
So the penalty's offset.
Yeah, you kind of figure with that many
But
people
it is a
involved,
first down for the Blue Devils.
There it is.
you
Okay.
can see the end of the play. It kind of heads up at the end of the Leominster sideline here.
And we have another flag.
And then a lot of people start coming
We have
in
a
late.
sideline
little
warning
pushing and
on
shoving.
Leominster, their first of the game.
Call a timeout.
Well-
Just watching this.
Yeah. Also, he said that both those players who got the penalties there, you only get 2 of those, you're out of the game. So.
And another flag.
There goes a flag
Yep.
on the far side.
Since there's no red jersey within 55 yards of
No,
it,
there's nobody around.
it's got to be a bench penalty or somebody on the sideline.
Dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct, coaching staff Leominster, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Okay. That was a little, okay. Turned it up a little bit.
Don't see that very often, but it's going to cost the Blue Devils 15 yards.
So things have got a
Ball
little
moves
testy.
all the way down to
the old
30-yard
ballpark.
line.
I'm a little confused where the chains are.
Maybe that's the problem. I don't know.
I thought Leominster had gotten the first down. Why is it? I don't know why it's 1st and 13.
I don't know what. Hold on, guys. There's the coach talking. Coach Tom DiGeronimo goes back to the sidelines.
I don't think those sticks are right.
You'd think that somebody would be on top of those,
That
but
would make it 1st and 10. That makes more sense than
That it?
1st and 13.
okay.
My question-
They
my-
still haven't got it figured
Well,
out.
my question would be, they got the first down,
Oh,
and
there
then
we
that the penalty came against the Leominster coaching staff after the first down was already made.
go. There you go on the
And
sideline.
I think it should be 1st and 25 myself, but that's
There was
because the Leominster flag on the bench was a dead ball foul. I think Fitchburg and I are going to lose this argument. Yep, we're not going to move them, so.
okay.
1st and 10. 2:19 left in the
See,
half.
as soon as you said that half was moving, you got a 5-minute time.
Back to pass, dumps it off. Almost intercepted. Almost. The ball was right there and got a little bit high. Couldn't come down with it.
Knocks the ball away
And it
from
goes
Brian
incomplete.
Rodriguez.
It was Ron Fernandez, number 50, who was right in the middle of that attempted screen pass.
Let's check it.
This play worked earlier in the ball game for Leominster. This time Gallagher forces it, and then it's Fernandez right in the middle there to jump up and knock it away.
Yeah.
2nd and 10.
Second handoff goes right up the middle to the 40 and up to the 45-yard line. Nice run right up the middle. Had plenty of room. Guys up front doing his job.
To make the hit.
Here's your replay.
Ball right at the 50-yard line.
Aggressively upfield, they come back with a little draw.
First and 10 Blue Devils.
Mike now has to come up, make the tackle. Not until Leominster gets a first down out to the 45.
And a whistle.
We have a timeout, Leominster.
Full timeout, Leominster. Their third of the first half.
Leominster takes a timeout. They have 2 left.
I think they still understood what happened on that play. It's the worst kind of thing that could happen. They have a play like that, and then they have to try to explain it afterwards.
I think everybody had questions because where the sticks were placed. And they finally determined because all those fouls came as a dead ball, it was going to be 1st and 10 rather than 1st and 25. It's a full minute timeout for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that's kind of filled in. Not certainly nothing like 1978 or something like that, but nice little crowd. And like we said, beautiful day here at Crocker Field. We hope you have a happy Thanksgiving from all of us at AM 1280. AM 1280. Oh my
Wow.
God. Oh, jeez. Flashback.
That's way back.
That's FATV. I gotta know. All right. Leominster has outplayed Fitchburg in this first half. Here they go, trying to set something up. Good pressure. Dumps it on the sideline. It goes incomplete.
Pass, intended for number
Excellent
4,
pressure.
Brian Rodriguez.
Fitchburg getting good pressure right up the middle,
Thrown
forcing
away.
Gallagher
Safely.
out of the pocket. And
He hurt his hand.
rolled out a little bit to his right and threw it out of bounds. Let's see here if he hits his hand on a throw here. He might have whacked the helmet of the Fitchburg player when he followed through.
2nd and 10. Minute 30 to the end of the half.
At the 45-yard line. Roll out, throw to the near side, and it is incomplete. What a nice defensive play.
Isaiah Perez.
And they're going to check on the injured player. First thing first. He's okay. I would think we'd have some good pictures on that.
That's Zachary Del Judas, number 81. This is always a scary play on his high throw that the receiver goes up and tries to get it. The defensive back running underneath and just kind of takes his legs out.
He's kind of airborne there.
Really has nothing. And you can see he comes right down on his head and shoulder.
Okay, they're going to whistle the Leominster football team to the far side and make sure everything cautionary on the Fitchburg side. So we'll see what's going on here.
Yeah, it's just one of those plays. That's what's one of those football plays you don't like to see, but just part of the game, unfortunately.
Here it is.
Yeah, the scary thing is Del Judas goes high to get the ball. The defensive back's coming to make the play, and he just has no control as he comes down.
I don't think there was any kind of malice.
Nope, that's just a football play. That's, you know.
Yeah. And now you just double check to make sure. It seems as though, I mean, just by looking what's going on here in the last minute, it doesn't seem to.
We have an injury timeout, 1:26 left to the half.
Look like it's that bad.
No.
But, we'll check on that. Like I said, they may have to take things anyways just to be sure everything is okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
I'm sure if I were a dad, I would probably want to check on my kid.
Yeah, in today's world, they'll take all the precautions that they need. They will. Sure, they're probably going to bring the ambulance out.
Yeah. And so we've had a break for the last 15 minutes or so. Looked as if everybody was conscious.
Yeah, I think this is more precautionary than anything else. But
Tom DiGeronimo is has been over there the entire time. Trying to see Dave Palazzi over there. He is on the Leominster sideline, across the way. And we should be continuing the game shortly. It has been a kind of crazy game with Fitchburg starting out. I mean, they were ready to go and had a great, well, not too many snaps of the ball, quite frankly, and then they find themselves up. Leominster comes back, and I think for the most part, it's been a even, you know, it's been even Steven. But that said, you know, Leominster, I think, has played a little bit better.
I think they've had more offensive plays, and since Leominster took the 7-6 lead, both teams have turned the ball over once and forced punts. Leominster turned it over on downs. So both defenses have kind of taken over after Leominster took the lead. But
yes.
Leominster has had more time of possession. I have no numbers in front of me, but it seems that they've run more offensive plays here in the first half. So when we get back to play, it'll be 3rd down and 10 for Leominster with 1:26 here in the first half. Leominster has 2 timeouts left. Fitchburg has all 5 of theirs.
I would think that they would be happy to just get this half done and then have things settle down a little bit.
Well, the next play will be the key to what happens here in the rest of this first half. I'm sure Leominster's going to go for the first down here. But if they don't get it, Fitchburg will force them to punt. And as I mentioned, they have a full complement of timeouts.
Both teams are anxious to get to it here, but the ambulance is off to our left, and it's still not ready to leave the playing
as you
area.
can imagine, with all the people around, the cameras, the wires, and the vehicles, not the easiest thing to get the ambulance in and out of here. So they finally get the ambulance off the field, and now we're ready to go.
All right, play back in action. Going to go back to pass after the delay. Looking to throw, far side, throws a bullet that is caught down by the 40-yard line. He caught it. You were right about some.
Well, that time Fitchburg only rushed 3 and dropped back in coverage, but they give Gallagher a heck of a long time back to sit back there and look. And finally, number 12 comes, Mike Viola comes open, and Gallagher hits him down to the Fitchburg 38.
Quick pass to the far side. It is caught, and once again out of bounds. He's got plenty of time, but where is he now? 53 seconds remaining in the half, and Coach Palazzi will call a timeout.
A little surprised he took the timeout there. They only had 2 left, now they only had 1. Thought maybe they would hustle up to the line of scrimmage and run another play, but they elect to take a timeout.
So they're threatening again, the Blue Devils.
Well, Gallagher's shown the ability. If you give him time to sit back there, he can pick you apart. But Fitchburg, for the most part, has been able to get some pressure on him and force him to roll.
At halftime, I don't know what we have planned. I'm sure we have something planned. I'm sure it's going to be wonderful too.
Well, I'm sure we have both bands.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have some special guests. I see the camera down below, and there's always people looking to talk.
Question is, do we really want to hear them?
Well, that's another story.
All right, second down play. Back after a bit of a delay here. Go back to pass. Looks plenty of time. Plenty of time. Now some pressure. And I think he's just going to get knocked out of. And there goes another flag. Another flag, a late hit, and a flag goes up, and we'll have to wait and see if this gets until things get moved
Dead
around
ball.
here.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Number 60 of the defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Now here's the play. Gallagher back to pass is going to sit. Found he's going to get forced to roll out to his right. He's going to pull it down eventually and run.
There's
And
your
see,
hit.
now, that's not a good angle there, but I would bet my life that his feet were in bounds when he got hit.
Well, maybe we'll see that.
Now, we need a camera along the far sideline, but
Yeah.
you know, this isn't the NFL. These guys don't need to put skirts on them.
Okay. Gonna do the same thing. Dumps it
Screen.
off to the near side, and it was broken up neatly. I don't know where exactly that is over there, but there was some penetration on the far side to break it up a little bit there. Otherwise, he might have gone right down that sideline.
Looked like Couch got about 4 yards before he went out of bounds, so
There it is.
spot the ball at the 16-yard line of Fitchburg.
And a lot of time, though, has gone off. You know, down to 37
So that
seconds.
penalty was big for Leominster as they got an extra 15 yards. That's going to help them with their timeout situation.
Gonna go pass again. And did he get rid of that ball? Yep. Wow. He showed some speed on that one. That was Sal Figueroa defensively. What a play he made, and he was flying.
Yep, Figueroa on a corner blitz, comes in untouched. And he forces Gallagher out quickly,
Wow.
and he just got rid of the ball before he went down. So it'll be a 3rd down and 7 for the Blue Devils.
So it's down to 32 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking things over, and they decide to take a timeout.
Wow, that's big for Leominster. They have to burn their last timeout with the clock stopped.
I don't know if they've got a kicker or not. I think they might have a pretty good kicker. I'm not sure. But a big part of the game here, you got a shot for giving up no points, 1 point, 2, 3. Obviously, if you're Fitchburg, you want to hold them right where they are. There it is. Leominster timeouts remaining 0. One of our cheerleaders down there. All the action is way off to our left here at Crocker Field, down around the 16-yard line. With 32 and a half seconds remaining in the first half. Looks to throw, pressure, throws it, incomplete, throws it over his intended receiver. Good coverage by the Red Raiders. That brings it down to 26 seconds remaining.
Gallagher looking for Jack Young, number 14, on a post pattern. Looked like the ball sailed behind him and high.
Here it is. Had some time and just good coverage.
Yep, Mike now number 5 on the coverage for the Red Raiders. So 4th and 7 for the Blue Devils. Same formation. 4 wides, 2 at each side.
Gives it up the middle, coming to the near side, and down he goes. 19 seconds remaining.
It's going to mark him short of the first down.
So, Red Raiders hold off here. That could have been that would have been rough going into the locker room after that play, but it looks like they've escaped.
We're going to have to rename Coach Palazzi Armin Colombo, because he spends more time on the field.
Yeah, he does, yeah. I was going to say something here, but but you're right. Here he is to the near side, and
gets dragged down just about half a yard short. Fitchburg, I think, is just going to take a knee here and head into the locker room trailing by 1. Or not.
Wow.
Well, you give it to Figueroa and hope he busts a big play, but I don't think the Red Raiders will take a timeout here. They'll just let the clock run down and head to the clubhouse.
Yep, that should do it for the end of the first half. It is halftime. After guys coming down the office. Hold on just a second. It's quite a staff we've got.
That's why it's so noisy upstairs.
And it really is. At the end of the first half, the score is Leominster High School 7 and Fitchburg High School 6.
Alyssa Duval is the Vice President of Marketing at a longtime sponsor underwriter for Fitchburg Access Television. This is a great Thanksgiving Day, Alyssa, and a lot of real great memories.
Absolutely. It's always such a great day to be here. So energetic. You know, I graduated from Fitchburg High in 1999, graduated on this field, so it's always a special time for me to come back.
Yeah. And Workers Credit Union is a special guest for us through the year as a sponsor and an underwriter for Fitchburg Access Television, and you've been an underwriter for a long, long time.
Yeah, a long time. You know, we're so thankful to be a part of the community in this fashion. You know, just to be here, very thankful for our members. We're very close to hitting that 100,000 member mark, which is a huge milestone for us, and we couldn't be more grateful.
Yeah. And of course, you've got branches all over and new branches branching out.
Yes, we have a new branch that's opening in the next 5 to 6 weeks in Athol, so we're really looking forward to that. Continuing to build on our digital platform, because we know, you know, not everybody can make it into a branch, but we've got the digital capabilities. So we're just growing and growing, and of course we really are thankful for the community for giving us that support and getting us here.
Thanks, Alyssa Duval, Vice President of Marketing and Workers Credit Union, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Joining me right over here on the left-hand side, here he comes. It's Mr. Mayor himself, Steve DiNatale. You joined us for the pre-show this morning, Mr. Mayor. It was great, and this is a great showing today.
I mean, you know, a little better game than I thought we were going to have. I was hoping it was going to be a little skewed our way, but this is a great game. Great Turkey Day game. I mean, you know, you throw out all the records. This is a one day, one game season, and here it is today. So let's hope the Raiders come out, figure things out, and get back at it.
Yeah. Something special has happened here this year. A big resurgence with the team and Tom DiGeronimo coaching. And the crowd is back at Crocker.
Yes, yeah. I'm seeing people on this, you know, behind the goalposts on the hill, and behind where the concession stand is. So yeah, this is and boy, isn't it? It's all the difference in the world when the weather cooperates. So we've got just an absolutely gorgeous day today.
A little bit cool, winds out of the west, but it really, really looks good, and the weather is good. Representative Steve Hay going to join us right over here on the right-hand side. Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. Representative. It's good to see you. And so, you know, your take, Fitchburg's a great district, and things are happening here.
Certainly are, and glad to be here today. One of my favorite weeks. You know, you have the Battle of the Bands, you have the Slattery's Turkey Trot. Last night I went and saw 5 Cents Extra. We're here at the football game. It doesn't get any better than that. It's America.
It's just awesome. Superintendent Andre Ravenel joining us with former school committee member, of course, Sally Cragen, of course. You want to join us? Happy Thanksgiving. And Curran, yes, Counselor-elect. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hi, Marissa.
Beautiful
Very
day for
good.
football game.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
To my right, of course, the Superintendent of Schools, Andre Ravenel. Fitchburg Public Schools can't be better represented, Mr. Superintendent, today.
Yeah, well, they're represented on the field today by a fabulous football team, and it's just been great to watch them. There's just a real big comeback here of play and everything else, and the stands are full. People can't see it, and you know what? The home team is in the shadow and not in the sun, so maybe we need to turn that around someday so that we get to, because they're freezing there, and they're just, spirit couldn't be any better than it is today, so that's great to see.
This is awesome. I like to call her super citizen, Sally Cragen, super citizen. Here again, of course, supporting Fitchburg Public Schools and citizenry of Fitchburg.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure to see so many kids who've got, who've come through our schools and who are playing with such gusto, and to see such a great turnout of citizens as well. And this is one of the few times that I go places without one of our therapy pets.
Fitchburg Access Television is live. There's still time to come down and join a great game because it's very close. It's anybody's game today. And we're going to go and listen now to Leominster High School Band and back to you in the truck.
Let's hear for the FHS band.
Thanksgiving morning. You think about it all year long. That one day that means so much. All of that practice and hard work culminates into one defining moment. Pride, rivalry, determination, victory, family. The game is unlike any other. Tradition runs deep. Age has no effect. Two cities will gather. Two teams will compete for one unforgettable morning. The lines are striped. The gates are open. It's time for the rivalry to begin. FATV is proud to bring you live coverage on the 112th playing of the rivalry. Fitchburg, Leominster, right now.
Dave Clark and Mike Flynn back out here at Crocker Field. Second half will begin in just a couple of moments with LHS leading FHS, Fitchburg trailing by a point at 7-6. What was the applause for? I was busy.
That was the largest roar of the morning was for the annual can drive competition between Fitchburg and Leominster, and Fitchburg has won again. They collected over 2,700 cans, nipping the Leominster Blue Devils for another win.
Ready to go, and kickoff is down at the 10-yard line. It is taken up there by the 20-yard line. The ball is loose, and we'll have to wait and see who's got it.
Leominster.
And Leominster has it. Let's see if we can catch what happened. We'll get it for you, and just as soon as we can. We popped out immediately, though, as soon as he got down there, Mike.
Well, Leominster gets a big break to start the second half. They'll get the ball at the Fitchburg 23 to start the second half.
So, big opportunity here for the Blue Devils. Got to roll out to pass. Throws. Has a man. Goes right down the sideline. And where are they going to mark it?
Going to mark him around the 8-yard line, I believe, where he stepped out of bounds initially.
Yeah.
Leominster's been very successful this morning with this little half bootleg.
There he goes.
As Connor March comes out of the backfield, gets that little swing.
Yep.
Picks up a first and goal for the Blue Devils at the Red Raider 8-yard line.
Leominster threatening again. Takes the handoff. Didn't really get far on that. Fitchburg defense pushing back a little bit. Well, that's a tough way to start your first.
Yeah, that's tough coming out of the locker room, and you're all ready to go for the second half, and you turn it over the kick.
There it
the
is.
handoff to March. Figueroa, who comes in from the backside.
Not much.
And a couple of Fitchburg players in the hole. Got about a yard on the play.
Give and heads to the end zone and
touchdown.
Touchdown, Leominster. Blue Devils take the lead now, 13-6. And here it is.
Well, they run that same play, just run it the other side. Gallagher again to March, who finds his way into the flat.
There he is.
He will bring out number 28, Pablo Rodriguez, is their kicker. Made his first one.
Our end zone camera. Yep. Snap down, kick up, and the kick looked. Did it hit it?
Nope. Good.
And the kick is good. So,
Offside, number 2 of the defense.
after the turnover, Leominster scores again. And they now lead by a score of 14-6. As the Red Raiders have kind of taken over very quickly here in the last couple of minutes.
Well, they capitalize on that turnover. They go 23 yards for the score. They add the extra point. Still a one-score game, up by 8.
Well, the pressure is clearly on Fitchburg High School right now.
Well, a good thing for them, they got the whole half to go. So.
Right. And it is a high kick. Sailing down to the 20. Watch out to the near side. 40, midfield, and down to the 40-yard line. Well, they needed that, Fitchburg High School. They were reeling a little bit, but this has got to get them back in the ball game.
High short kick that Figueroa catches on the fly and gets up the top speed right away. Down the near sideline, tries to cut it back across the grain. Just too many blue shirts there, but Fitchburg gets great starting position down at the Blue Devil 42-yard line.
The 42-yard line, first down and 10. Shuttle to the near side. Staying on the near side to the 30, the 10, down to the 5, and he is in for a touchdown. Couple of nice runs there, and Fitchburg's right in it.
Yeah, they're going to run the basic toss sweep to the near side. Got a caravan of blockers out in front. Nobody takes the correct angle, and Figueroa just goes right down the near sideline. 42 yards for the score, his second of the morning. And Fitchburg, a little surprisingly to me, is going for just one.
That is surprising, isn't it? Because they've got a pretty good kicker that we've seen during the year anyways. Snap down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. It was a different kind of kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little low. Didn't get all of it.
Can we see that?
Didn't get all of it, but got it over the crossbar.
I thought the way he kicked it was different, though.
Might have got part of the tee that came off so low.
At any rate, you said there's plenty of time left, and the Red Raiders come back, and they trail now by just one.
One play, one kickoff return, and one toss sweep gets you right back within one.
Yeah, let's see the
Take a look
kick.
at his
I
kick
just wanna-
again.
I missed it.
Yeah, a little low. He might have got a little bit of the tee and didn't get all the ball.
Maybe, because he's looking, yeah. Okay. I thought it was more of a, I don't know if it was a pooch kick. It wasn't a pooch kick. I don't know exactly what he would do, but it looked just weird. Looking at the replay, it seems, oh, here it is. The snap is not a great one, but he does get it away and he puts it through.
It's a loose ball.
Ball's loose and
still loose.
It's a fight between the four. Somebody forgot to make the tackle for a minute.
Oh,
the ball was on the ground.
Everybody was chasing the ball on the ground, and then
flag. See what happens here.
Brought down by number 11, Anthony Cuevas.
not happy about that. Let's find out what's going on.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 20 of the kicking team, 15-yard penalty, first down Leominster.
So Leominster recovers the loose ball, and then after the play, Fitchburg picks up an unsportsmanlike. So that'll push the ball all the way down to the 46-yard line of Fitchburg. Both teams getting great starting field position here in the second half. Here's the replays. It was Brian Rodriguez who finally picked the ball out of the pack. And as we stay with it here, trying to figure out, well,
Little delay and creeping forward for about a yard or two.
We have a winner for the number. They're up here in the press box. I'm sending it back over to you.
Big series coming up for the Red Raiders here.
So it's 2nd and 9. Ball is spotted at the 45-yard line.
Right in front of us at the 45-yard line. Go back to pass, has time. Long and deep towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. Not a bad pass. It hit the ground right at the 15-yard line, a little bit too far, and it goes incomplete.
good coverage there by Fitchburg. That was Isaiah Perez.
Here it is. Got some time.
It's time to keep Gallagher in the pocket. Watch Perez. He's got good coverage down there on Mike Viola running that fly pattern.
Nice play. Brings up a third down. It'll be a shotgun on a third down play. Gonna go pass again. Has time. Throws it over the middle. It's incomplete. Overthrew his intended receiver. And that will be incomplete.
Like he had Viola sat down in front of the linebackers, but he overthrew him. And this time, they won't roll the dice on fourth down. It's like he has a receiver, but he's pretty well surrounded, and the ball sails incomplete.
I'm a little surprised they're not continuing with the ground. They seem to be moving. Everything in the air is bounces at the 15, takes a bounce, and where are they going to mark that? The
Touchback.
5-yard?
In the end
Was
zone.
it in there?
Yep.
Okay. We're a long distance from that. It goes a touchback, and Fitchburg will have the ball. And made a couple of boo-boos earlier, but see what comes from this next section of plays. There it is. Okay, I think we're all set with that. Brooks at quarterback. And he's going to go around the far side. Couldn't make it back to the line. Maybe he leaned forward and got a yard or two.
It'll be Nadell. Normally we see run up, he really runs up inside, but this time he pops it to the outside. Slips and turns the corner, but did get 4 yards on the play.
He slipped on that one. Things are starting to, as far as the field is going, a little muddy.
Well, you know, for November 23rd, it's in great shape.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Man coming out on the near side for the Red Raiders. Brooks calling signal, goes back, throws. It's caught at the 40-yard line. The 45, the midfield at the 50. And he's going to, where are they going to put him down? Maybe the 48-yard line, but they tried that slant a couple of times earlier. This time they connected.
Well, they ran, as you said, they tried to run that play in the first half, and it was there, but the ball was overthrown. But this time, Brooks to De Leon, right on the slant, right on the number. And he gets the ball out to the Fitchburg 48. You could hear the coaches upstairs say, run it, because they could see that De Leon had man-to-man coverage and no help in the middle.
They get a first down out of it. And this time it's an I formation for the Red Raiders. Gonna pitch it behind them. Here's Figueroa. Figueroa on the near side, down to about the 35-yard line. Where, they're going to mark that a bit further up. Find exactly where they're going to put it. Bill Goslin looking. Right around the 43-yard line.
The toss. Figueroa's going to take a big leap here at the end.
Bring up second and maybe a
Gonna
foot.
spot him out of bounds at the Leominster 42. Just a bit short of the first down.
Second down and 1. Right up the middle, not much.
Maybe in the dial inside.
Should have been enough for the first down, however.
Brought down by 64. Zachary
Yep,
Galati.
and they will move the chains forward.
But it should be enough for the first down. And it is. First and 10.
Didn't need much, didn't get much. Maybe a little shove there. Brooks quarterback looking him over. Throws it to the far side. It's caught. And that's about all you're going to get.
On the reception from Brooks. It's up about 4.
Little quick screen pass out to Aussie Guy. Kind of lost his balance, but he did get forward again. 4, maybe 5. Ball torn a little bit behind him. He has to reach back to get it.
Yeah.
Finally gets tripped up, then knocked down. Anthony Tossi comes over to clean it up. Number 50 for the Blue Devils.
Ball at the 37-yard line. And a shot.
Little delay. There he goes. It's Figueroa to the 20, the 10, and he is in. Touchdown!
37 yards out.
Sal Figueroa all the way for a touchdown. And the Red Raiders have jumped on top. Wow, what a run.
That little delay right up the middle. Gonna have a big hole to run through, and then Sal takes it on his legs, makes a couple of moves, makes a couple of guys miss. He's got one man to beat here to the corner. And it's just a race to the pylon, and Figueroa beats him easy. You do have a Blue Devil player down on the far side.
Well, we were wondering in the pregame what was going to happen. Would Figueroa kind of take over, or I think we're watching it right now.
Well, that's 3.
For those people who don't know, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, he ran against a team from Algonquin.
7 touchdowns, 339 yards.
And Gardner, I mean, excuse me, they weren't such a bad team.
No, it wasn't like you were playing the Sisters of the Poor and you were running it up. I mean, we talked about it that night. The game was always within 2 touchdowns, so they had to keep going for keep the starters in. But that broke a Central Mass record. The old record was 6.
See if we can catch that back, guys. See if we can watch that that play. We got that lined up. And we're waiting now. There's another injury on the field. So that's why we have a stoppage. Player being attended to here. Once again, I didn't really see.
So we have an injury timeout.
And now timeouts are going to be used.
Here in the third quarter.
So the clock has stopped at 5:30 to play in the third quarter. And once again, it's a Leominster player who's down.
The good news is he's being up. He's being helped to the sideline. I believe that's number 4, Brian Rodriguez.
Here's a replay. A touchdown. Well, the Lions made some nice holes for him.
That's a gaping hole to get through at the line of scrimmage. And then it's Sal's natural running ability takes over.
Yeah.
And his speed.
Very shifty.
Fitchburg up by 5. And
Fitchburg will apparently.
it's like they're going for the deuce. So I don't see the kicker out there. And that's the offensive. That's the regular offense out there.
Okay. So they're going to bring the quarterback in for the extra point attempt. All the action is off to our left, if you know the layout here at Crocker Field.
Raiders to go for 2.
Fitchburg going for 2. And they throw it to Brooks, who's in for 2 points. A little something different there, and it was Andrew Brooks who eventually got the ball and got it in for the 2-point conversion. Here's the replay.
Yeah, the little read option. They had split Figueroa out, and Brooks keeps the ball. And
right there.
Excellent blocking. He had kind of just waltzed in the end zone.
Yes. So that will make the score 21-14. So number 1 is kind of taken over.
Pretty defensive first half, and it's been a score fest here in the second half.
I think Leominster's got to be sitting there thinking, wow. They
had all the momentum.
They did.
They had the lead coming into the second half. They recovered a fumble on the opening kickoff. They cashed that in for 7. And then Fitchburg has come back and hung a quick 14 on them, or 15 on them, to take a 7-point lead.
End over end. Ball is loose at the 30-yard line. And down they go. Just to our left. The Blue Devils will start first down and 10. Check what we have here. Still stretching those chains out there.
First time here in the second half, a team doesn't start with great field position. Leominster will take over at their own 32. With all the points being scored, we still got 5:24 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah. Going to be a late turkey for people today. First down play coming your way. Looking to throw. Has some time. Comes to the near side. Throws it long and deep, and it is incomplete. Well covered by the Red Raiders. I think that they seem to have, I mentioned this earlier, they seem to have given up on the run, and I don't think they should have. I thought they were running the ball pretty good against Fitchburg.
Well, that and they seem to do that little bootleg pass that was a little flip out for 7, 8, 9 yards. They've kind of got away with that and been throwing the ball further down the field. That play was well covered downfield by the Red Regular secondary as Jack Young was surrounded by 3 red shirts. That little bootleg's been their best play of the game so far.
Yes. Play just about back in. Gallagher calling signals. And he's going to take it himself on the far side and taken down at the 35-yard line. Fitchburg defense. 5 minutes to play in the third.
Well, Gallagher never got the snap cleanly. Ball hit the ground. He had to pick it up.
There it is. Ball loose. Then he picks it up.
Does a nice job of not panicking.
Blue shirt. Yep. Absolutely. And kind of cut the wrong way there, and down he goes.
Mike Nowd comes up, makes the open field tackle. Gain of about 3 on the play, so we'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Blue Devils.
3rd down play. And a throw, and it is incomplete.
Nope, I think that's a catch.
I couldn't see it.
Ball is complete, and it's a first down to Jack
Yeah, can we
Young.
take a look at that? Ooh. Off on that one.
So change get moved for the Blue Devils now spotted on the 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
I don't know if I don't think we'll get a chance to see it.
Would have been tough to see whether.
Sometimes I just had a hard time watching that end zone sometime, you know. At any hoot, here we go. Up the middle they run, go the Blue Devils, and stop there.
Rico Colon inside, makes the tackle.
4 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Pick up of about 5. That was
See if
Viola
we can
on
catch
the
it on
carry.
this angle a little better. Don't see much there. 2nd down. And they're gonna head on the far side, and a quick hitter to the 40-yard line. That should be a first down.
Will be, but it's also a flag that came flying in from the umpire.
Right there, yeah. Right at the 48-yard line.
Almost always a holding call.
Holding, 64 offense, 10-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
Here it is.
Little read option. Gallagher on the keep. I don't know if we'll see the flag come flying. There it is right there. The umpire, you can see the umpire throw it.
Move back to the 42-yard line. They'll replay the down.
So rather than a first down for the Blue Devils in the Fitchburg territory, the ball will be spotted all the way back to the Leominster 42. 2nd down and 14.
Gallagher moving around, taking a look. Gonna go back to pass. And there's a flag. That was a false start.
False
Yeah,
start,
I was surprised.
54
There it
offense,
is, yeah.
5-yard penalty,
I
2nd
see
down.
somebody on that move. I just wasn't sure which guy it was.
So the Blue Devils going the wrong way now.
Ball on. It's going to be 2nd and 19.
Here it is.
Let's look.
The ball will be moved back.
Wow, I didn't see anybody.
Nope, I didn't see anybody either.
About the 37.
We sure that was the right play? Let's see.
Let's try again.
Less than
Wow.
3 minutes in the 3rd quarter to play.
I guess they called on the right guard. He must have made a minor flinch.
A little flinch.
Even
Gallagher, a quarterback right now. Taking a look. Goes back to pass. Has time. Throws it on the far sideline, and let's see what they're going to call over there.
called a catch. They knock him out of bounds.
Oh.
Gallagher's pass is complete to number 32.
Get it up toward the original line of scrimmage on this drive. On this.
Marchand picks up most of the penalty.
Here's the
yardage,
play.
but it's
It's
still
kind of
3rd and
on
10.
the other side, so we had a tough time seeing it.
Catch,
There it is.
Catch and knocked out of bounds. So it'll be 3rd down and 10.
As Mike said, 3rd down and 10. Fitchburg moving up a little bit. Donmo moves back a little bit. Calling signals. I'll go back to pass. Look to throw. Long and deep. And it is incomplete. Nice play defensively. Just a little bit, actually pretty nice touch to that ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Brian Rodriguez. That was the player who was helped off earlier a little while ago, but good to see him back in the game. So Fitchburg will hold.
There it is.
Force a punt.
2-2-2 remaining in the third. Now they'll try to punt it out of there. Try to pin Fitchburg back a little bit. Punt away, high kick, sailing down, bounces at the 30-yard line, and that's it. That will be down to around the 15, 10-yard line.
Another late flag comes flying in.
Couple minutes left in the third quarter.
My guess is this is going to go against Fitchburg the way that Coach DiGeronimo is talking about things. We'll see.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Fitchburg, 15-yard penalty. First down.
Sportsmanlike. I didn't catch the number. There's been a lot of chirping going on most of this game.
Yeah, there has been.
Both sides, and there have been flags both sides.
Yeah, well, it's what you gotta expect in a rivalry. So the Red Raiders will come back on the field after the after holding the Blue Devils down.
They'll mark that half the distance to the goal, and Fitchburg will start around
7-yard line, it looks like from here.
their own 8.
And it's first and 10.
Still have a problem getting those chains over there. Up the middle, it's Nadal, 20-yard line, 25. Nice little carry by Nadal. And that is another first down for the Red Raiders.
It's a nice play after getting first down deep in your own territory. Nadal right up the middle, gets about 14 yards on the play out to the 22.
Kind of aggressive play by the Red Raiders. It's the Fitchburg High School coach. Man coming in motion to the near side. That's Figueroa, and there's a whistle, and we've got a timeout.
20-second timeout.
Fitchburg was close to getting to a delay of game there, so they took the timeout.
Well, it's been two different kinds of ball game here. The first, Fitchburg started off great. The second, had some problems in that second, and now in the third, they've completely dominated in the third period.
Well, after Leominster went ahead 14-6 early here in the third quarter, it's been all Red Raiders since that point.
You know, 15. What is it? Just trying to figure out how many. There is Coach DiGeronimo. We're getting a lot of pitches. I got it. And anytime I see one over there, I try to mention it. All right, about ready to play. Figueroa leaning forward and kind of slipped out of there. When is it ever 20 seconds? 20-second timeout.
That's basketball.
Well, what did they just do
30,
here?
30 seconds.
Is it worth 30 seconds?
I don't know.
It's more like 20.
Well, just to save a penalty on that one. That was Brooks on the carry.
Okay.
Got about 4.
So second and a long 5.
Should probably mention at the half those for fun and play only numbers that we
Last minute winding
have
down
here.
here in the third quarter.
Handoff is right into the pile.
Damian Nadal on the carry.
Didn't go anywhere.
Wrapped up by
It's kind of a wasted play.
number 44. Loss of about 2 or more on the play. It's going to be third.
We'll see
and
what
8.
coaching staff has in mind.
Really nowhere to run for Nadal as he loses a couple yards on the play. I think up a 3rd and 9 for the Red Raiders.
You better watch it. They're going to have another long, another flag. Seem to be taking their time going back to the line. To the near side. And getting up to the 50-yard line. And the ball is loose. The ball is loose. Who got it?
Fitchburg still got it, and they got a first down. And it's the end of the quarter.
Okay. Then we will
That is the end of the third
we'll
period.
take a quick look at that play, and then we'll go to a second here. Here it is. Here you go. There's the pitch.
Toss sweep that they've used all morning. That's been worked well. Nice kick out block by Nadell. Figueroa breaks a shirt tackle. Before he's hauled down, gets the ball out to the 41-yard line, gets a first down. And we'll go to the final 11 minutes.
At the end of 3 quarters of play at Crocker Field in Fitchburg, the score is Leominster High School trailing right now. Fitchburg leading by a score of 21-14 in a play that was dominated in that third quarter. We're back to Crocker Field in just a moment. 11 minutes to go in this one, and Fitchburg leading by a score of 21-14. Red Raiders looking for more. A little delay, and this is another run on the far side by Figueroa.
Figueroa dances his way out of bounds, but picks up around 7.
Good pickup. Pick up a second. Oh, pardon me. Hold on, double check that. Sal looks like he's wiped. Here it is on the far side from where we are.
Makes another Leominster tackler miss. He's finally forced out of bounds, but not until he gets about 9 yards, so 2nd and 1.
And the play goes dead around the 45-yard line.
Getting a little muddy on the infield.
No, we're going to bat. Where are they going to put that stick? Right in the middle?
Bring up
Looks like 3rd and 5.
4 on the play. It's going to be
Somewhere
3rd
in
and
that
5.
area.
Yeah, lost 3 or 4 yards on that play.
10 minutes and counting.
Fitchburg has kind of got things in control right now. But that can go south anytime. And a flag.
False start, 14 offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Time a false start on one of the wide receivers. So Fitchburg went from 2nd and 1 to 3rd and 5, and now it's 3rd and 10.
At the 40-yard line. Go back to pass, quick, over the middle, incomplete.
Ball intended for Devin DeLeon. Was incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down.
DeLeon is the guy that was caught a nice one earlier, couldn't come down with this one.
Yeah, we're right back to that same slant. And like it was in the first half, ball thrown high. Couldn't tell whether there was a Leominster defender in the path or not. Let's take a look here. No, that Brooks is but ball is just thrown high by Brooks.
He was there. And whistles. Did they take too long?
No, I don't think so. I think Leominster's got too many guys on the field.
Substitution violation on the defense. 12 players on the field, 5-yard penalty.
Couldn't tell what they were saying on that.
They had 12 players out there.
Was that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a first down, though. It's only a 5-yard penalty.
So now we're back to 4th down still, but 5 yards to go.
Fitchburg going to have to get rid of it. Let's see. And another whistle.
Fitchburg forced to throw a timeout. What happened was, partially the referee's fault, he signaled first down, or he said first down. The entire Fitchburg special team ran off the field, and then they had trouble getting them back out there. Yeah, see, that's what Tommy DiGeronimo was saying to Bill Gosselin. You said it was first down.
That's right.
They're getting a little chuckle out of it. I mean, it's not a contentious argument.
Right.
The confusion was kind of fueled by the referee.
All right, now I think they'll get it away. It's a low kick, but it takes a Fitchburg bounce. It almost hit a Leominster player, but apparently not. And it goes down deep into Blue Devil territory.
Wasn't a thing of beauty, but it got a great roll. As like Adam Couch had an inkling to come over and try to feel that ball, but he let it go, and it bounded another 20 yards down to the Leominster 9-yard line. Well, they'll take over.
Here comes a play.
Now the pressure shifts all the Leominster offenses. They've got to look at that clock with less than 9 minutes to go and say, hey, we're only going to get the ball one or maybe two more times here.
Like I said, I think they're a lot more dangerous when they throw the ball. But we shall see. A little shifting going on down there to our right. It's a handoff, and lots of red shirts there, kind of gang tackle. Bring up a second down. Here it is.
Give it to Couch right up the middle, and he runs it's a big number 60.
It's a nice picture down there.
Nick Isery.
We're so far away, and yet that picture we get from him. The guys look just so close, you can see everything. Really well done. Looking to throw, and it is incomplete.
Gallagher's pass is incomplete. Intended for Ryan Rodriguez once again.
If we see that again.
And now it's 3rd and 10.
Gallagher tried to hit Rodriguez on an out right near the first down marker. Ball bounced off his hands, incomplete.
And if you're Fitchburg fans, you're just sitting there going quick, 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 quick.
3rd and 10.
Over there looking things over. Gonna go back to pass. Look. Still looking. And now he gets rid of it, and it is incomplete. Well covered by the Red Raider defense. They gave him nowhere to go.
Yeah, well, that's a great job by the secondary because Gallagher had a lot of time to sit back there and look downfield and see to find somebody open. He couldn't find anybody as everybody was blanketed. And that'll force Leominster to come out with the punt team. Watch Gallagher, he's just sitting there back in the pocket. Not a red shirt around him for a very long time. Finally feels a little pressure, tries to force it in there.
Yeah.
Coming out of the end zone.
Wow.
They'll have to punt it away, and Fitchburg should get good field position here.
High kick. It bounces down at the 30-yard line. And we had to wait for that thing to come down.
Well, a lot of
Need a
height.
parachute.
A lot of height, no distance. That was up in the breeze. Kind of wiffle ball on
There it is. Straight up. No, don't want any part of that.
Fitchburg
Okay.
at the Blue Devil 31. Chance to put a nail in the coffin here with this field position.
Right up the middle.
Figueroa
Not much.
takes it up the middle. Brought down by 64 Galati. But he's going to pick up about 4 on the play. Let's see where they spot it.
Up on 7.5.
Now we'll call it 3.
Left in the ball game.
So 2nd and 7.
Fitchburg taking their time.
Ball's at 27.
Right up the middle. And nice run. The ball is loose. Here comes to the 45-yard line, to the 50, down to the 45, the 40-yard line.
Wow. Well,
Get
that
your-
was
get
a
your-
long run to get 2
I
yards.
know. I was going to say, get your VCR tape out for that one.
At one point, that could have been a 15-yard loss.
Here it is.
I don't know if we'll catch it here, but watch the block that Andrew Brooks throws on the cutback here.
Now less than 7 to play.
Catch it right there.
Oh.
And his Sal just doing it on his own, making guys miss, breaking tackles.
He's all over the place.
So, 3rd and 5
Okay.
after a boring 2-yard run.
Yeah. Near side. Down to the 25 or 20. Figueroa caught from behind, was he? And
Second half is
let's
in.
check it.
Sal. As they move the chains, it should be a first down.
Hands on hips, Figueroa. Crowd in the grandstand, here it is.
Looks like it's around the 8
A lot of running on this
Watch
one.
him hit that hole right there. I think it was 65. Christian Nunez, number 60. We're going to get him from behind just by the ankles to save the 6 points.
And he had a huge hole.
Pittsburgh at 1st and goals. The ball's at the Leominster 8.
20-second timeout.
And we're going to have a
Leominster,
timeout.
they're first.
Leominster, their defense. It's unable to stop number 1 here in the second half.
Coach DeGeronimo trying to, you got a feeling that the gut's kind of churning a little bit, but he's in complete control, you know, and I think the kids see that.
Well, they know that they got him on the ropes.
Yeah,
They're
as close as you can
they're
beat to
8, I think they're 8 yards away from putting him away. This will give Figueroa a little blow here as he's been running all over the place here in the second half.
Coming to the
Bootleg.
near side. Man open.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Had to wait for the call.
That's Damian Nadal, the fullback.
He's right there, and let's take a check. He was over there and had basically nobody covering it. And he gets in for the touchdown. Everybody was expecting Sal, didn't get him, but it was a red shirt that got him. Here it is.
Play action fake, bootleg to the right. Nadal sneaks out of the backfield from his fullback's position and just sneaks into the corner of the end zone, keeps his 1 foot in bounds, and Fitchburg up 27-14 with a chance to make it 28.
Oh, that was a big one. That was a big one. At 5:35 to play.
Extra point is good.
Extra point is good. 5:35 remaining in the game, and the score is Fitchburg High School 28 and Leominster High School 14. Sure. You could have a replay there, look in the stands, whatever you'd like to.
Take a look from the end zone on the touchdown. Faked that camera guy just a bit. He went for the fake. See the reaction along the Fitchburg sideline.
And the exodus that Fitchburg has felt for a long time is now here.
A few people on the with blue on are starting to head for the gates.
See a few people leaving. Kind of. I'm going to say, oh, it's a long time coming, but it's a long time coming. Line drive to the 30-yard line, far side to the 20. Watch out. Down to the 30, the 20, the 10.
And that was number 6, James Cora on that return.
Maybe they shouldn't have gone too quickly.
Well, the one bugaboo that's killed Fitchburg the last 3 or 4 years is kickoff coverage. They even go with the squib kick. And number 6, J.C. Core, just picked it up on the fly. And they did chase him down.
That ball was on the 2.
Wow.
But that's all the way down to the Fitchburg 2.
So first and goal from the 2-yard line.
Oops.
So a few of those people who are headed to the parking lot
They're coming back.
Might turn around and come back.
Oh, they will. All right, let's see. Well, they've got to go for 2 here, right?
They got to get it in first.
Oh, that's right. You said 2-yard line. And let's see if they get in there. Yes. A 2-point conversion is good.
Adam Couch.
28-20.
So now it'll be 28-20. With plenty of time to go. Here it is. There's your gift right there.
There's Couch with the off the right tackle play. Well, we got a flag.
Sportsmanlike conduct, number 2 of the defense. The 15-yard penalty be assessed on the kickoff.
I didn't hear it.
Well, the Red Raiders not doing themselves any favors here as they get another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which will be enforced on the kickoff, which means Leominster is going to kick off from the Fitchburg 45 after this extra point attempt.
Leominster will attempt the extra point here.
So this is your 2-point.
Nope, this is just, just for one.
One. And now the whistle, and now flag.
And we have a flag.
Well, Leominster had 12 men on the field or in the huddle. And you can't, once you break the huddle with 12, it's an automatic flag. So that's the second time in this morning's game, and now this afternoon, that Leominster's had too many guys on the field.
Move it back, make that kick a little tougher.
So they're going to move the ball back to the 8. That'll make this a 25-yard extra point.
Snap is down. Kick is, what did they say?
They had a lot of distance, but it did get over the bar.
It's good. Now it is a 28-21 ball game here.
Left in the game.
Fitchburg needs to put a lid on it right now because there's just too much chirping going on out there.
Yeah.
You can chirp when the clock hits zeros.
Well, you know, every year they kind of. Do you remember this game? Do you remember that game? Do you remember this game?
You don't want to be the. You don't want to be.
You don't want to be that game.
You don't want to be the game that. Oh yeah, you had a 14-point lead with 5.5 minutes to go and you lost.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be a tough one. But let's take the positive side. Positive time is going to be Turkey at 12:31.
My dinner reservations are at 1:30.
Oh,
so.
no. Oh. Well.
Well, if you ever would have thought about taking a shot at an onside kick with 5 to go, this would be the spot.
I'd do it. Why not? We got the Red Raiders on the heath.
Of course, Fitchburg's got they're expecting it. They've got their good hands people up in on the front line.
You know that way that ball bounces around. Nobody back there. Yeah, see what he does. Kind of a, it was taken by one of the up men. Did he catch? Okay. It looked like he had it coming right at him, and then there was a little activity, and it stopped. So the Red Raiders start first and 10.
So the kick
I think that was supposed to be an onside kick. He just kicked it too hard.
Kicked it too hard.
29. So the Red Raiders will take over. 5-16.
So now back to the Fitchburg offense, who needs to get a couple of first downs here and take some time off that clock.
There it is. And it took a big hop, and it goes right into somebody's hand.
Just smoked it right between
Falls
the
on it. Yeah.
D. Jones, I think number 29, who made the recovery.
Up the middle. 10
10
yards there.
Spins off a few before brought down by Rodriguez. He's going to pick
There it
up
is.
half of the
For
10.
you.
It'll be second and
Figueroa
5.
right up the middle. Spins out of a tackle.
32-yard
Falls
line.
forward for about 4.5.
Less than 5 minutes.
4:45 to go in the ball game. Delay, far side. And a little extra hitting going on over there on the far side.
By Mike Viola, number 12. They do a
As
dance
you
out
said,
of
it has
bounds.
been a little nippy today.
A little chippy here and there, but that's
No gain
part
on
of the
play,
game.
second and
It's the
5,
yapping,
35
it's the unsportsmanlike penalties that you got to get away with.
Well, there is some gain on the play.
Mike Viola makes a heck of a stop here. He comes up and
3.
stops Sal Figueroa in his
Yeah.
tracks.
Ball spotted at
Nice
the
play.
34-yard
Got a
line.
little contentious here at the end.
And the clock continues to run.
Big 3rd and 3 here for the Red Raider
4 minutes to
offense.
play.
Brush up on your overtime games. What happened?
I think the last one was the last Fitchburg win. No, the last one was the Leominster win.
Far side, Brooks. I don't think he made it to the.
Second effort all depends on the spot.
Really far away from that distance, and I could not see. Maybe we'll try to get it again.
It's going to be 3rd and a yard.
Going to mark him short.
Here it is.
7.
They run the option.
Second time out, Leominster. Their second.
There we go.
Leominster comes up and defends it well. Tries to leap forward. And on the bounce,
36-yard
he
line.
comes up a little bit short. There's a big call for the Fitchburg coaching staff. 4th down and less than a yard, 3:37 to go.
I think they're going to have a.
I would give the ball.
Timeout.
I give the ball. Well, Leominster already called one to save some time.
Oh, I might take another.
Timeout
Yeah, I think
Pittsburgh.
Fitchburg's going to take one now to talk about what should we do.
Fitchburg, their third of the second half.
Once again, for all you folks out there, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. That's from all of us at FATV. Hope that you enjoy your weekend. Is a good crowd. Came out today, and actually not a bad day at all. Very easy. Of course, we're in here. Well, it's not.
It's going to be 40 degrees by the time the game ends. I mean, they've been far worse than.
Oh yeah. Well, last week was one of the coldest days I've had a doggone one here.
That was chippy. That was because of the wind. Fitchburg sending their offense back on the field.
So what do they need? Like a half yard?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. How they push it back.
And the Red Raiders push forward for the first down. And
they really came off the ball in that play. Wow. They were prepared on that.
He didn't get a great spot, I'll tell you that.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He had a real push.
We're going to measure this.
What staff is that upstairs?
Fitchburg's.
Yeah, they're not very happy.
He's got it.
Spot of the season.
Not by a lot, but he got it.
First down.
Licked of a football.
Big first down.
Yeah, that wasn't that close. I'm sorry.
It didn't look like that.
No, sir. They really got a push on that play. Coach Palazzi not very happy.
I'm telling you, he's going to win the Armin Colombo Award for most time spent on the playing field during the game.
He goes out to the hash mark a lot. I don't care. I'm not refereeing. All right. 3:22. Playing the ball game. Fitchburg taking their time. They can right now. It was Figueroa midfield. The flag goes in late.
Sal Figueroa.
Well,
flag is right in front of us.
Came from the back judge.
Flag
Came
at the
flying in
52,
there.
the call is.
Holding, 14 to the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot on
Holding
foul.
is the call
Gains
against
first down.
Fitchburg.
I didn't hear what he said.
There's a hold. I don't like to see holding calls from 30 yards away.
Oh, jeez. No gimmies here. You've seen too many things over the years.
Now the good news for Fitchburg was it's a spot foul, so they do get a couple yards. So it's first down and 8.
So it's still first down, 8 to go. Ball's just shy of the 40-yard line. Less than 3 minutes.
More whistles.
And a timeout, Fitchburg.
Full timeout, Fitchburg. They're fourth.
I have no idea what's happening.
Fitchburg took a timeout.
That was it?
Yep.
There was something more to it
No.
than that. There's three timeouts remaining, and the Red Raiders have just one. Let's see. There will be a bit of a coming out of the parking lots afterwards. There may be a little bit of a time.
A little bit.
I would say a little bit, not bad. That's not bad at all.
Are you
This
trying?
side's kind of.
You trying to say I'm not going to make my 1:30 dinner? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, there you go.
Good luck.
You mind your own business down there. Okay, now I think they're about ready to go. Pitch back. Figueroa. And he goes out of bounds, shy of the midfield stripe.
Working his way towards that
To
first
about
down
the
marker.
47-yard line.
Really close to the first down. He also stayed in bounds. So they're going to give Fitchburg the first down.
And they're going forward.
Is the cowbells illegal with the MIAA?
Well, if it's a
Can we do that?
if it's a playoff game, they might be around here confiscating them. But
Full timeout,
I know
Leominster.
the old flugelhorns were.
So we have a first down.
Oh yeah, you can't
and
have
Yeah,
those.
the flugelhorns. No.
No, they're illegal.
2 on the clock.
So Leominster will take a timeout here to stop the clock.
Well, let's take a look, see what's going on here.
Figueroa just sees a hole, cuts it outside, stiff arm.
first and 10 for the Red Raiders at their 48-yard line.
Figueroa.
Right up the middle. Figueroa, watch him, 70. 40, 30, 10. And are they going to mark him out of bounds?
Almost to the house.
Couldn't tell from up here.
Knock him out around the 10.
Okay, let's see if the guys in trouble. Ground level, there it is.
Sal Figueroa just adding on to his impressive total here this morning.
There he is, running, taking a little look behind him. And
I think an hour ago he might have scored. They do mark it inside the 10. It'll be at the 9, so first and goal for the Red Raiders.
Ball's just inside the 10, so it's first and goal.
Start, 59 offense, 5-yard penalty, replay the try.
Penalty against the Red Raiders knocks them back 5 yards. Still going to be first and goal, but this time from about
The one thing you want to make sure is you run the ball a couple of times here, and if you don't score, you make Leominster use their last 2 timeouts. So in the event you don't punch this ball in, you make Leominster go the length of the field with no timeouts.
yeah. Either or is all right for me.
Well, points would be better, but
I guess you take the points. Figueroa on the far side. A yard.
Yeah, Figueroa off.
That's about all.
Left to center.
Full timeout Leominster, they're 4.
Picks up
Another
almost
timeout.
5 yards on the
timeout,
play.
Leominster.
It's going to be second and goal.
They have one
Timeout
left.
for Leominster.
So Fitchburg runs another play. We go under 2 minutes. Leominster calls their last timeout. Fitchburg doesn't score on their third down play. We run 40 seconds off. I mean, the best Leominster can hope for is okay.
You caught him in mid-sentence.
Wow. Yeah, now I've lost it. I've lost my whole
He's
train of
lost
thought.
it.
I lost my whole train of thought.
Ah,
The lights
what
are
a
more
shame.
important anyway.
Absolutely. Yes. Go see our friends. I happen to be on one of the committees. Crocker Field fundraiser. It's gofundme.com/Crocker Field. Now I know why you wanted it. Crocker Field lights. There it is. And I will do that over again. Do we have time to do it now? I don't think so. I think they're marching. They're marching.
Marching.
Down around the 9-yard line inside. Figueroa. Just keep moving, and did he get in? And he did.
He did. Touchdown.
Wow. He just slid right on through. I'll tell you, this guy's something, this kid. I mean,
Well, that's only 11 touchdowns in the last 2 games.
wow.
1:54 to play.
I'm not sure what the Thanksgiving Day record is, but I bet you 4 is close.
Yeah, we'll have to send out a few people out to take a look at that. That didn't happen too often. By the same guy. And they say no good with the extra.
And the kick is no good. So that leaves the score 34-21.
54 to play in today's game, and the score is Fitchburg High School 34 and Leominster 21.
And a minute 54 to play.
Okay, here we go. If you're ready, go ahead. Looks like they're all beating on somebody's head, don't they, with that stick? shadows creeping in under the grandstand.
Nope. It didn't go really bad. There's another long kickoff return.
All right, the Red Raiders will kick it off. And we'll see what they do. They kicked away, line drive. Caught in mid-flight at the 20-yard line, far side. The 30-yard line, and down he goes. Nice play. Special teams.
Sean Dixon on the return.
Guess who made the tackle?
Figueroa at it again.
Sides of the ball makes the tackle for the Red
There he
Raiders.
is. Ooh, boy.
You'd have to.
Some of the student body chanting.
That was a tough choice.
MVP.
Tough choice. Yeah. Gee, if we were giving player of the game, who would we give it to?
We used to do that, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a tough choice
no,
today.
it wouldn't be it. No. I look to pass. Throws it on the near side. It's caught. And boy, somebody lined him up over there and flattened him. Gave him a little push there to number one.
Brian Rodriguez doesn't get
Pretty
away.
busy by himself today.
We had Brian Rodriguez to
First down, Blue Devils.
the receiver who makes the catch gets a hand on his shoulder pad and grabs the shirt, lassos him to the ground. Clock is continuing to run as he did not get out of bounds.
Taking his time here before he gets the play underway. Go back to pass, looks, throws. And they're going to say that's a caught ball. The ball is still loose.
Clock will stop momentarily while they reset the chains.
Picks up the first down. Tackled by Alexis Rivera. But the clock is now a factor.
Go back to pass. Goes out of bounds harmlessly.
Out of bounds, stopping the clock at 58.2.
34-21. The score with just 58 seconds to go in this one.
This may be time-wise one of the longest games. We're gonna be close to 3 hours by the time this one ends.
Yeah, and they started boom on
It was
time.
right at 10:01 they kicked the ball off. So.
Fitchburg crowd is starting to whoop it up a little bit in front of us. Mr. High School just completed a pass on the near
Brian
side.
Rodriguez makes the reception. Trey Winters makes the tackle.
Down there.
Brian Rodriguez with another catch.
Probably is like
And it's a first down.
Didn't get knocked out of bounds.
50 seconds left to play.
21-yard line of Fitchburg.
Ball is spotted on the 21.
Here it is, that last play.
Gallagher, long out to Rodriguez, breaks the tackle.
Yeah, pushes him kind of out of bounds. Or, no, knocks him down himself. Gallagher back to pass, looks, throws. He's got a man open at the 10-yard line before he's taken out of bounds at the 5.
Gallagher's pass is completed to Jack Young, who takes it out of bounds at the 6. Stopping the clock with 43 seconds. It's going to be first and goal.
.43 seconds to go. Going to pass to the near side. Intercepted. Picked up right down the near sidelines.
Isaiah Perez.
To the 30, 20.
Isaiah Perez.
Perez.
He's going to feel it.
Boy, he saw that coming, stepped right in and ran right down the near sideline.
Adam Couch.
Looked like the intended receiver might have slipped and
Perez
fell.
returns it.
Let's catch that if we can. Here it is.
To about the 15-yard line.
Takes a throw, picked off, and it's off to the races.
One knee. That's all they need. Fitchburg student body amasses along the track here, ready to storm the field. As much as 200 people can storm the field. I don't know what the confusion is here. Go out there and kneel down on the ball and get the game over.
Brooks takes the knee.
And that should do it.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the ball game.
That'll end the 8-year losing streak.
To the Pittsburgh Red Raiders.
Well,
And
how they did it too.
Absolutely entertaining ball game.
They were
this
having
morning.
a great second quarter.
Everybody
Had
have a
some
great
problems to
Thanksgiving.
start out the third, but then put it all
Yeah,
together
yeah.
and came away with the win.
A couple of coaches got a ice cold water bath or cool.
So I don't know if you have some folks. Coach may have some nice turkey coming your way. Coach Woods on his way out. Kind of chippy as the day went on. Not too bad, but a little chippy.
Yeah.
And right now everybody's just shaking hands and ready to eat. Pretty much. Whether you'll make your appointment, I
That's
don't know.
not going to happen.
All right, I don't know if we've got some thank yous and how do you do's there back there, but do that if you can do it. Be wonderful. Oh, there we are. Pre-game talent, Alex Glenfossa and Nate Glenny did the directing today. Nice job, Matthew. Dave Olster, there's David. Derek Travis. John Dextrays. John Gugery. Thank you, gang. Wow, we got a whole lot of people helping us out this morning. Eric Beard, Matt Carroll, Glenn Foster again, Eduardo Vaitas, Andrew Mazinski, Jared Roberts, and Michael Smith. All of our folks that came out and worked today and did a great job. Tried a whole mess of new things. David Bullock, Ray Kazenza, of course, all the help that we get here at Fitchburg High School. LTV Media Restoration. Here we go. Workers Credit Union helping us today. So did Mart, Health Alliance, Enterprise Bank, KCMC Management, Rollstone, Bank and Trust. And that should do it. Final score from Crocker Field, Fitchburg High School. 24, Leominster High School. It was 34 to 21.